Here we are, sitting on the porch with Rosey, Jay Rosenbaum.
Correct.
You have decided to tie the knot with Jay Rosenbaum.
Who? Hey, it's Rosé when he's feeling fancy.
When did you meet? What year was it?
2014. On the mountain, just at work. Killington Resort. I did everything they asked me to and then some. And she was the lift ops supervisor.
2014.
And where did you meet?
At the mountain.
Which mountain?
Killington.
Okay.
And I was still kind of like learning the ropes. I was new to lift ops. I had just joined that department. And he and his guys were like loading the gondola every morning, and I would be like, hey. And there he was. And we went out to dinner at Yosh for the first time.
Asked who?
Oh, he asked me.
He asked you.
We went to Sushi Yoshi.
And how did that happen? Did you ask her or did she ask you?
No, I asked her.
You asked her?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
I don't quite remember.
No.
Well, she's very attractive, so certainly that started me noticing her. And then, the fact that she was there in a mountain town doing a mountain job. So obviously we had similar interests and vibes. And then, once we started talking more, everything started to, work out, shall we say.
When did you think like, hey, you know what? This is the one.
Last year.
It's like, coming to Vermont was not part of my plan. This was not where I saw myself. This wasn't what I thought was going to happen. But I got into Green Mountain College, and I was like, cool, I'll do my time, I'll graduate, and then I'll go figure out the rest of my life. And here I am. This December, it'll be 10 years.
So what did you like about Rosie? Because, quite honestly, Rosie was kind of a grumpy guy back then. Well, maybe it's always because he was yelling at maybe it's because he was always yelling at me for ducking ropes, but
I don't know, he seemed very motivated. He was very self-aware and confident. It's sexy. He still continues to be.
when did you think or realize that this is the guy for me?
I guess I always knew.
Yeah?
I thought so. We kind of had a rocky, we were dating, and then we weren't, and then we were, but we always seemed to find our way back to each other.
All right.
The first couple years we dated off and on for a while, and then from probably 2017 on, we got super serious.
Okay.
So.
And what did that look like? Moving into this place?
No, I lived here for a long time.
Oh, okay.
But then I moved her 3 different places as she was moving from house to house to house. So I knew it must have been something good when I kept moving all her crap around. You got to really like someone to move. Instead of moving to another place, you should just move in here. So, and then boom, she did, and it's been fantastic ever since.
All right. Do you remember your first argument?
No.
No?
First argument? Oh, I don't know.
That's going to be a hard one, right?
I don't know. I probably did something wrong.
No. It's usually, I get mad, he doesn't say anything, and then I'm like, a few hours later, I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
And whose fault was it?
It's never my fault.
Place you could visit, all expense paid. Where would it be? And why? Together.
Well, we're going to Zermatt, Switzerland for our honeymoon, so there you go. That's a good start.
Okay.
I've never been to Europe before. I'm not a very good traveler, actually. I don't really like the confines of the plane and the whole process. And it just seems like a whole shitload of work. But once you actually get somewhere, then it's obviously a great time.
If I could visit one place with all expenses paid, really want to go on safari in Africa.
All right. That's a way different answer.
He probably picked like Whistler in the winter, or
We want to go to Utah like spring one time, more for summer activities, hiking, biking, etc.
Yeah.
I think we mentioned going to Japan for some Japao,
Right on.
so that would be cool.
Bucket list.
Oh, very much so.
All right. How do you feel about spending the rest of your life with Kelsey?
I'm stoked on it. That's why we're doing it.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, that's all the questions I got.
Oh, there you go.
So we'll see how Kelsey does. There you go. That's the question. How do you feel about spending the rest of your life with Rosie?
I'm there for it. I'm here for it.
This is it.
Yeah, this is it. It's okay.
All right.
It's good.
And you know what I didn't ask him? I'll ask you. Why'd you pick J Peak?
It's where we got engaged. I love it there. We go there like once or twice a year, and it's just, I don't know, kind of like this special thing that we do together. So we looked at other places. We didn't look at very many places, but when we went and toured it, it just was like, yeah, this is what we're going to do. It seemed like a no-brainer.
That was easy to convince Jay to spend his money at Jay.
There was no convincing needed. That's what he wanted to from the start.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he probably, like, if we could have just, like, had a backyard wedding, he probably would have gone for that. But I think this is his second choice.
Get to ride a tram.
Yeah.